What's going on YouTube? Santos CR7 here. Deck profile time. They changed regionals on us in SoCal. If you guys live here, you guys know they changed regionals from this Saturday to next Saturday. I made plans for next Saturday, so I won't be going to regionals anymore. So might as well do this deck profile because this was a deck I was going to take to regionals. Um, so here's the deck profile. If you guys are interested in the deck, I'm selling it since I won't be able to use it. I mean, I guess I'll take it at like locals on Sunday, but that's about it. Um, Also, before we get started, remember to check out my contest. Um, there's pretty good prizes if you get up to, if we get up to like 400 subs. I mean, there's a Fall Trail, Dark Soul. There's some x-saber stuff as some of the prizes. Um, so go ahead and check that out. I'll put a link somewhere like here or maybe here. For sure it'll be down there. So anyways, we'll get started with the deck. Starting off with the monsters, of course, your main guy, your Faltro, 2 x-sabers or more, you get a special summon him. Once per turn, you special summon an x-saber from the graveyard. Um, just Faltro is just really, really good. Um, Triple Bogart Knight. When you summon, you get a special summon a level 4 lower x-saber monster. He's really good too, especially for getting off the Faltro plays. My only problem with this is the last part that says you have to synchro for an x-saber monster because sometimes you want to go like Brionic or Barkion, but you can't. You have to go Hunley. Um, like even when they don't have back rows, just I don't know. But he's still good, 1900. And if worst comes to worst, and you have 2 Bogarts in hand, you go Bogart, summon Bogart, exceed into Utopia. So Bogart's good. Uh, the nastiest cards of the deck, Ember's Blades. I say they're nasty only because they're super, look pretty gross in my opinion. But yeah, there's 3 Ember's Blades. It's kind of self-explanatory. We got 3 Full Helms. One of the best cards of the deck. Not sure if he's going to be that good this format. I know it was pretty good last format with all the plants, all the tokens and stuff lying around. So Full Helm was able to just destroy the tokens and get pluses. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out this format, but Full Helm is still really good. Plus, he's kind of your main tuner, so it goes along with your 3 Dark Souls, your Searcher for the deck. He's actually even a little better right now with the current Exceed ruling, because if you have a bad hand and you have 2 Dark Souls and you're able to get them off on the field, you just Exceed them into Leviathan Dragon, detach 1 right away, to make sure you get a search during the end phase. So yeah, Dark Souls, good. Next, I played 2 Postules, the kind of your staller for you. You know, as long as they're in defense mode, it can't be destroyed by battle. Period. The only problem when it's in defense mode, you take 1,000 damage during your opponent's standby phase. So there have been duels where I just stall out with this until I draw the perfect hand, and then I just go off nets on them. And then lastly, Winter Bellum, just cause why not? That's the monster lineup. It's 18 monsters. It's 18 monsters. I know it is. I'm not running Valor and that stuff because, well, first I don't have Valors, and 2, even when I used to have the Valors and I ran it with Valors, it's pretty inconsistent in my opinion. So proxies, I will get them soon. These are 2 dualities. A lot of people run 3, but I only like to run 2 because I don't like dead dualities in my hand when I want to special summon the turn. And then at 1, it was kind of, you wouldn't really draw it. So I like it at 2 because you have a higher chance of starting off with the first turn to get your combo pieces off together. So 2 dualities. Mind Control, I think this is going to be one of the MVP cards of this format. You take your opponent's monster, you synchro with it, you exceed with it. Just really good. I tech in 1 Pot of Avarice. I kind of got this idea with people using Pot of Avarice because of Tengu to put back Tengus. So what I do for this deck is I put back Ember's Blades. and I put back used Faltros just so that when I Dark Soul search in the end phase, I will have Faltros in the grave. I mean, I'll have Faltros in the deck. If I have an Ember's Blade on the field, I can keep saving myself with Ember's Blades. Plus, it adds a little bit of draw power for the deck, which helps. Staple, staple, more staples, more staples, and even more staples. Um, yeah, there's no real question about this. I only have one MST because I only found room for one MST. Um, it works out well. I draw when I need it. And then lastly, two econs. They work really good with well, really well with Dark Soul because you just tribute your Dark Soul, take their monster, and then you end phase you search. So plus with Full Helm, just switch their shit to defense and attack it. Uh, traps. Triple Gotham Z-Call, the best, one of the best traps in my opinion. As long as you have an X-Saber on the field, you get a special summon 2 X-Sabers monsters from your graveyard. Actually from either player's graveyard. Um, so, I mean, in a mirror match, it's good. I like the fact that you can, like, bring back, like, used Waynes, used Hunleys, used Gothams. You can just bring those back from the graveyard. So, Gotham Z is really good. Again, but the only drawback is you need to have an X-Saber on the field, so kind of got to be careful with these. 2 Compulse. With Heavy Storm being back, actually I'll just put this here while we're at it. 1 Bottomless. With Heavy Storm being back, I realized you're needing trainable traps. So Compulse is definitely, I guess in my opinion, a little better than Bottomless in that aspect that it's trainable with like Heavy Storm and stuff, or MSTs. So I chose 2 Compulse, 1 Bottomless over 2 Bottomless and 1 Compulse. Then you have Mirror Force, Solemn, and Torrential. Me and my friends have actually really been talking about taking out Mirror Force just for the sole fact of triple MST um, and Heavy Storm. So I don't know. Mirror Force does work every once in a while, but most of the time it's just getting blown up. So Trap Dust Shoot. I'm actually gonna probably start making Trap Dust Shoot in all of my decks, just because of Heavy Storm again. Heavy Storm is changing the game a lot. You can no longer set a monster, set 5, go, which really annoyed the shit out of me. So now people are more conservative with their traps, so they'll have more cards in hand. So Trap Dust Shoot is pretty live a lot of the time. And finally, 1 Trap Stun. I'm not sure if X-Saber should still keep running Trap Stun because of Heavy Storm, but whatever, still in here because you can still get off the Trap Stun Hunley play, so that's always good. Spells, I mean, extra deck is standard. Double Gothams, Urbellum, double Hunley, Wayne, and then other generic synchros, Boronic, Stardust, Naturia Beast, Naturia Barkion, Black Rose, and then Utopia. But if you guys are interested in buying the deck, these are the synchros that comes with it. These are self-explanatory. Gothams is pretty good. This format, just get rid of your opponent's hands. And then I kind of have like a side deck built for it. It's not exactly the best side deck, but it did help in matchups, starting matchups. 2 DD Warrior Lady to get over big stuff that are annoying on the field. 2 Puppet Plants because I still think Samurais and Gravekeepers are still going to be pretty big. So Puppet Plants help for those matchups. Gaia Power again for that Gravekeeper matchup. You get rid of their Necro Valley. Their monsters lose 500 attack, and then your monsters start getting 500 attack. So it's pretty good dropping off Faltros like 2900 attack. So Gaia Power is good. Nobleman, not sure if this is still going to keep seeing play because I don't think people are going to be setting as much, but it's in here just in case. 1 Rhoda, I usually side this in when I side in DD Warrior Ladies just because it gives me more warrior targets. So I don't really like playing it in the main. 1 Smashing because I'm pretty sure this deck has problems getting over like Spirit Reaper or stuff that can't be destroyed. So Smashing. Imperial Iron Walls because the number 1 card that beats this deck is Dimensional Fissure or Macros Cosmos. Anything that removes. Some pure iron watts just to make sure the monsters stay in the grave. 2 light imprisoning mirrors for the Twilight matchup, and Fabled. That's pretty much all this is for. And then 2 dust tornadoes in case I'm still playing trap heavy decks. I still need, and I need more destruction. Dust tornadoes are there. So that's it, guys. That's the deck. Let me know what you guys think. It's a shame that regionals got moved, but what can we do about it? Anyways, make sure to check out my contest, and peace, YouTube.